Welcome to Huntsville, Texas, and Elliott T. Bowers Stadium, home to the Bearcats of Sam Houston State, who have built a rich winning legacy and one that they hope follows them to the upper reaches of college football. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Big hits are not hits you want your quarterback taking. You can live with it from your wide receivers. You can live with it from your running backs. But quarterbacks have more tendencies to fumble and get hit on those shoulders where they want to throw later in the game. That can really take a toll on them.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The running back has it. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
Well, that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the single running back. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want to run it left here. At midfield, he's got just plowing down the field. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Defense in press coverage. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner goes down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. Decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They're getting this guy lathered up. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Bearcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The run from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds a man on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
He lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he left him grabbing.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's looking for a man on second down. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun. Wants to pass. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Temple came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Philly had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Certainly could have been better, but it also could have been worse. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll try the run. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The hand to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. Coming after him. Firing to the right, complete.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's crossed. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He'll set up to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And the pass hits, picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
And they're going to play it safe. Conservative approach here, but they'll take the knee and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
41-yard line. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll run for it on 4th down. And the Gamecocks have enough for the 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
To the ground with the back. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get to him as he throws. The short hand, it's Makuba. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Houston.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some... He's going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
How about the quarterback there? Buying a little bit of time, a little Houdini act, breaking the tackle, breaking the sack. Maybe now you want him to get his eyes back downfield and try to make a play, but the pressure definitely sped him up and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
3rd down coming.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've got the lead here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now on 2nd down and short. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, going to the air. Gets open down the middle. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Hands it off. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
2nd down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to go back push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He got it. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Bearcats in the hurry up.
Brings up second down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw here on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He turns it loose to the left. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Bearcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're clawing and they're scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. DB's right up on the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Makuba. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Here's a throw downfield late. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got... but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback checking off. On the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
He wants a big play here late. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The defense still has all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them after the kneel down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.